I'm Lewis. I am an instructor, former DOT officer, and driver. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you to Truckmaster CDL School and UST Company Solo Driver Orientation. Before you start your solo career, we want to make one thing very clear. Safety is the heart of our company. Every decision you make on the road affects your life. It affects your CDL, your income, and your company's future. So it is very important that you abide by the safety procedures in which the company employs. Driving safely protects your job, your equipment, your family, and a career in this profession. If you're not safe, you're going to run the risk of not being able to drive in many places. You could be blacklisted, and you could bring damages upon yourself and the company civilly if you do not adhere to safety procedures. Our goal is simple: 0 accidents, 0 violations that are preventable, because violations can occur while on the road, and that's understandable. We want to minimize risk, and in this orientation, we will teach you the exact habits of the professional driver that is used every day. You will stay safe, you will make good money, and you will avoid any problems with DOT inspections. Today, we are going to talk about professional mindset on the road. Remember, you represent the company for every mile that you drive. A professional mindset means that you do not rush. There's no ego, no anger, no showing off, no risky decisions. Professional mindset on the road can also mean the difference between life and death. If you allow yourself to get angry on the road, sometimes it could lead to death. So as a professional driver, you must maintain a calm demeanor, whether that is driving the truck. Your mindset on the road will keep you safe. It is also a way to make sure that you're going to arrive to your destination safely. And ultimately, that is our goal, because that is how we get paid. You run long-term risks of losing your CDL, and then you open yourself up and you open the company up to civil litigation and possible criminal prosecution. Take a breath, walk around the truck a little bit, and resume your driving. Today, we're going to talk about pre-trip, mid-trip, and post-trip inspections. You might have heard of these referred to as PTIs, which we all know must be done at the beginning of your shift and at the end of your shift. So let's start with our pre-trip. Pre-trip, you're checking all the required elements of your tractor. Once you hook up to a trailer, then you have to do a pre-trip on that trailer. So in one run, right there, you've got 2 inspections you must do. Now, we refer to these as pre-trip inspections, but you will find these as DVIRs, also known as Driver Vehicle Inspection Reports, on your ELDs. It is required by DOT to have these done on every shift and every change of equipment. They cannot be any less than 15 minutes. And please take the time to do at least 15 minutes. If it takes you a half hour, that's okay. But if you do it in 2 minutes, that is unacceptable. Your life depends on it, and the life of others on the roadway. A proper PTI gives you the most assurance that you're driving safe equipment and that you will arrive to your destination safely. And that is the goal. Improper inspections will result in possible accident, breakdown, which can result in thousands of dollars lost to the company. So do everything you can to minimize those losses. Ultimately, the biggest factor of not doing your PTI is the fact that you could wind up severely injuring yourself, severely injuring somebody else on the roadway, and the worst is death. Improper PTIs have led to several deaths on the highways. These are all avoidable. In this company, neglecting to do a PTI will result in disciplinary action. This is going to give you assurance that if anything was to happen, you can prove that you did a proper pre-trip or post-trip inspection. If DOT questions anything, or you must have to appear in court. So what we talk about is the pre-trip and post-trip. One inspection that is not talked much about is the mid-trip inspection. It is a perfect opportunity for you to do a walk around of your truck and make sure that nothing has gone wrong since your pre-trip. Because things can and do go wrong on the roadway. After you've done a pre-trip, do your mid-trip, you find a problem, so that way if you get pulled into DOT later, you could catch it before they do. Your post-trip is to the point of making sure that when you shut down for the day, any defects that you find is reported immediately. Today we're going to talk about hours of service and ELD compliance. This is the rules that govern the hours in which we operate as drivers. Everyone knows the main rules. You get 11 hours of driving with a 14-hour duty day, with 10 hours of rest equals 24 hours. Is that your ELDs must show your prior 7 days' work. It's important to note that in your normal duty day, you're required to take a break before 8 hours of your driving day. Never falsify logs. If you are caught falsifying logs, it is a severe violation, and it could lead to an immediate termination with employment. Falsifying logs is an offense. You know, when you're going out and about, is when you arrive at your shipper, many people forget to hit their on-duty status. A lot of ELDs should put you automatically on duty, but you need to verify. When you arrive at your shipper or receiver, make sure you check your ELD to make sure your duty status has put you on the appropriate spot of on duty, so it's not eating into your drive time. Sometimes these ELDs can take up to 5 to 15 minutes before it will change the status automatically. So in this case, it's easier to just manually put yourself on duty when you arrive. Be sure that you're not taking your breaks late, because this will interfere and could potentially put you in an hours of service violation. So be conscious of your clock. It sits right there on your display, on your tablet or your phone device, that you should have on the whole time that you should be able to see. Every time you stop or plan to have a meal or whatever at that point, make sure your duty status is properly changed. You decide to take a lunch break, but you didn't take yourself from the on-duty status to the off-duty status, which once again now is going to eat into your total time for the day. Use your ELDs correctly. Proper logging equals safer driving, and better inspections mean more money and less stress.